With Maverick Vinales signing for KTM, it has brought many questions. Some of them I'm going to attempt to answer in the next 5.5 minutes. Some of them you won't know really until next year. The big thing for me, he leaves Yamaha, goes through Aprilia. Aprilia do everything but make another moon to just make everything nice and comfortable for him, make the transition nice. They gave him so much time, they gave him all the love and the admiration that he needed, and he was flourishing there. But some reason he's decided now is the time to try another manufacturer, KTM, and see will this give him the tools he needs to get whatever he wants in his career, whether it be to stay in the class for as long as, to fight for victories, to be a MotoGP champion. Now, Maverick has 10 race wins in the class in the last 9 seasons, and to be honest, I don't see him ever winning a title. After the first couple of races in 2017 when he jumped on the Yamaha, I thought maybe he could take over from Rossi, maybe take over from Lorenzo, pick up a title or two. But from kind of Texas on, really, obviously he crashes in Texas in the race, wins Le Mans, crashes in Assen, and then slowly but surely starts to fade and was never the rider that they looked like he was going to turn out to be. Tries to blow it up by Yamaha, that's in the past, we'll kind of gloss over that, and then gets to move to Aprilia. Takes a long time to get up to speed with Aprilia. Aprilia, in fairness to them, stick by him, give him the support and all the love, and eventually it clicks, and this year he wins his first full main race in Texas. Obviously he wins the sprint in Portugal as well, but first main race he wins in Texas. Now, where along that path does KTM fit in? Because for me, it's a bit of a head scratcher why you'd want to go, and in my eyes, be probably fourth in line. Realistically, Pedro's going to be the golden child, like, in the KTM group for the rest of the time. Brad Binder has been a great servant, has always looked like a really competitive rider. He slots right in next to Pecco and that level of rider, so he's definitely going to be just behind the golden boy of Pedro. But for me, Bastianini also signing. Bastianini, I'd put Bastianini in the current state ahead of Vinales. Bastianini is another rider who has his own issues, similar to Vinales consistently, but he doesn't go missing as much, whereas Vinales has the hot and colds, the 10 out of 10s, the 0s out of 10. How does that work going to KTM now? For me, I know going from Yamaha to Aprilia, inline 4 to a V4, but at the same time, the Aprilia was also the V4 that was most like an inline 4, so that little change in style stuff, it was definitely a big change. But I still think there's a huge change from Aprilia to KTM, even though they're both Vs. I think the carbon fiber frame that the KTM has is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and overall I think it's going to be a crazy move for him. I don't want to say career suicide, it's a terrible thing to say. I don't think it's the end of his career, but I see the Troys being thrown out of the pram once again if things don't go as well, and I feel like realistically that's exactly what we're going to see from him again, because I don't see him beating Bastianini. I definitely don't see him beating Brad Binder or Pedro Acosta. So at best you're fourth in your own manufacturer. If you stayed with Aprilia had a lot of love. Alright, maybe they didn't handle things amazing this year, telling him basically he found out himself that Jorge Martin had been signed. Aprilia were bigging up this kind of whole internal marriage of you are the leader now, you are El Captain and all this, so that he'd lead the team on into glory and stuff. But for whatever reason, Maverick just maybe felt let down by the team. Like, they've jumped through hoops for him over the time to get the first big name, and to be honest, he gets on the bike and a lot of us probably think we still don't know how good that bike is, because Maverick on his day is amazing, but he just doesn't have his day enough. His day comes 2 or 3 times a season, which some of the top riders have 2 or 3 good days in a weekend. So it's just crazy for me that he's given up the factory ability to go and be in a satellite KTM team. Now it's going to be a Tech 3 KTM. We've gone off the days of the gas livery. Now I wonder, is the KTM kind of overall umbrella going to be spread out over the classes? Maybe KTM is the brand they'll have in GP. In Moto 2 might be gas or Husqvarna, and then maybe something else in Moto 3 again. I'm not too sure, but it's going to be I'd imagine an orange KTM, again similar to maybe the Petrucci, probably similar to as well in Moto 3 when they had the two Red Bull KTMs that were just slightly different liveries. Very hard to tell them apart. I'd say something similar to that for the 4 KTMs next year is what I'd imagine. But just, I think it's a crazy move. I've taken a couple of days to reflect on it, and overall I just can't join the dots to figure out why he's made this move. I don't see it being a success for him. I hope I'm wrong, but everyone thought once Maverick got the victory on the Aprilia, the floodgates would open, and well, it happened. It hasn't happened. We're now after Mugello. Since his win in Texas, he hasn't done a whole lot really. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Maverick's decision to join the Austrian manufacturer. Am I right in saying it will not be a success and it'll be very bad for his career, or am I being too harsh on Maverick Vinales? Thank you all for watching today's video. Hope you have enjoyed. See you in the next one. Slán go fóill.